Welcome back to Echoes from the Void. Tonight, we reach the final chapter, the night the land speaks without holding anything back. The cabin shuddered as Maya stepped through the doorway, the floorboards breathing in long, heavy pulls, like the house itself was gathering strength. Noah followed behind her, clutching the lantern with shaking hands. Outside, the circle of footprints in the frost had deepened. Each print had filled with a thin layer of ash, as if someone had walked the same path 1,000 times, grinding old memories into the ground. The ash-covered man stood at the edge of the porch, closer than he had ever been. His eyes were still white, but now they held a shape behind them, a reflection of something moving in the trees. "You were not supposed to forget," he said softly, "and we were not supposed to disappear." Maya felt the words vibrate through the porch, through her ribs, through something deeper than bone. The world around her dimmed for a moment, and then shifted. She was no longer standing in front of the cabin. She was standing in the same clearing, but centuries earlier. The air was thick with smoke. Cries carried through the trees. The first feast had ended, and betrayal had begun. Thomas stood before her, carrying a child with trembling arms, his face streaked with soot and grief. The masked spirits trailed behind him, not haunting, not hunting, recording, witnessing the truth the land would one day return. "You see now," Thomas whispered, "we did not summon vengeance, we summoned memory, because the earth cannot heal from silence." The vision collapsed in a rush of wind and cold. Maya stumbled back into the present, gripping the railing as the frost crawled across the boards. The ash-covered man stepped forward. But now, he did not look like a monster. He looked like the echo of every voice that had been buried. "We walked around your home," he said, "so you would know we never left. We watched the masks shift, so you would remember their purpose. We breathed against your window, so the truth would breathe again." Noah stepped beside Maya, voice strained. "What do you want from us?" The forest answered before the man did. A low rumble shook the trees, branches bending toward the cabin, frost exploding into white powder. "We want this land to speak again," the man said, "through you." The ground split near the tree line, a long crack that glowed faintly under the frost. Whispers rose from it, thousands of layered voices, some mourning, some chanting, some calling Maya's name. The spirits stepped from the trees, the same masked figures Maya had seen in dreams. They surrounded the cabin in a silent circle, mirroring the ring of footprints in the frost. Maya felt her heartbeat sink with the ground. One pulse, another, and then the cabin inhaled, a deep pull of air that made the lantern flicker violently. She understood. Her family had lived here for generations, but they had never acknowledged what the land carried. She had been chosen not because she was special, but because she was present, the first to look, the first to ask, the first to listen. She took a step forward, no fear now, only clarity. "If the land wants a witness," she said quietly, "I will listen." The spirits bowed their heads. The ash-covered man lowered his arm. The frost under Maya's feet shifted, forming shapes. Scenes, memories burned into the soil centuries ago. Noah reached for her hand. "We do this together." The forest went silent, utterly still. Then the frost rose like breath and swallowed everything. Voices filled the clearing in a rushing wave. Every truth, every betrayal, every story buried beneath the feast. The sound was overwhelming, but not painful. It felt like something being set right. The ash-covered man stepped beside her one last time. "The land will sleep again," he said, "now that you carry its memory." The frost dimmed, the glow faded, the spirits drifted back into the trees, their masked faces softening in the moonlight. When everything settled, only the cabin remained. Quiet now, still. No footsteps, no breath against the window. The land had spoken and finally rested. Maya looked at Noah, eyes wide, a new understanding between them. "This isn't the end," she whispered. "It's the beginning of the truth." And the last trace of frost cracked beneath her feet, as if agreeing. "Thank you for stepping into the final chapter of the feast they never left. If the darkness stayed with you tonight, subscribe, because the land remembers, and more voices are waiting to rise."